Hello and welcome to the Canoe Show, the show that lifts the lid on the world of paddle sport.
In the first edition of the Canoe Show, we've got adventure with Tim Baillie, whitewater tips with Tom Parker, 2 inspirational places to paddle, and action from the ICF London World Cup.
But first, when British Canoeing decided to create the Three Lakes Challenge, we wanted the Canoe Show to be the first to give it a go. And who better to tackle it than a man with a little bit more time on his hands these days, retired Olympic canoe slalom champion, Tim Baillie.
The idea of the Three Lakes is it would be a little bit like the Three Peaks Challenge. So the longest 3 lakes in each of the home nations has been selected. So in Wales, Scotland and England, and you basically paddle from one end to the other. We're at Windermere today, did Bala yesterday, and the weather's very different. Yesterday we had glorious sunshine and today it's looking pretty rainy and grim out there, but it's going to be quite an interesting paddle, a bit longer maybe than yesterday. Going to take a little video camera along with us and try and make a video diary of the trip down the lake. Well, I've been going for nearly an hour now, and I've just realised I probably should have looked at a map of the lake before I set off paddling down it, because I've come to a sort of, there's like a marina in front of me, and I was coming down to it and it's fairly difficult to tell which way the lake actually went. So that's a top tip for anyone setting out to do this. Definitely look at the map before you set off. Quite a long paddle, Lockall. I was really, in actual fact, probably quite lucky with the weather. The lock is so long here that under different weather conditions you could have very different experiences. I think of the people I know that have done the Three Peaks, it's a lot about the camaraderie of doing it together and the whole bundling into a car to get driven between them. And I think with the Three Lakes there's more chance that it would be more enjoyable as you go along, and less about just grueling sort of fortitude in getting it done. Doing it with a group of friends, I think you would have, a fantastic time. You'll have plenty of time to chat, plenty of time not to chat, and just enjoy the quiet companionship, and also see some, I mean, you can't get away from it, just some absolutely beautiful, breathtaking scenery.
On this spot 2 years ago, Olympic history was made. And now international competition returns to Lee Valley for the first time since the London Games for the start of the ICF Canoe Slalom World Cup. But this event is more than just about the competition. It's the prelude to the big one, the 2015 World Championships. Canoeing was the first Olympic sport to secure legacy for London 2012, when it won the bid to host the championships in early 2011. Now with a year to go, this was a great opportunity to show the people of London what they had to look forward to. OK, I think it's time we saw some action. international competitions like this, there's always one athlete who steals the show. And in London, it was young C1 paddler Ailey Gibson. Getting your first World Cup podium is a big moment for any athlete. And for Ailey, it was no different.
As they kept coming down and making mistakes, I was like, oh my goodness, I could actually do this. And when I knew I'd got a medal, that was just incredible. All my hard work over the winter and all my teammates that have helped me, knowing that I can pull out a run under pressure, like on the home course, then it just means that my process is good, so just keep building on that.
It's been a great weekend here at Lee Valley. Next time we're here, it'll be the World Championships.
Here at the Canoe Show, we want to encourage more people to go canoeing. And a great way to do that is to show you some beautiful and inspirational locations. And to kick things off, we've got a visual treat, the stunning Wörthersee near Klagenfurt in Austria.
Second to buying your boat, choosing the right paddle is probably the most important decision you'll make. There's so many ways to enjoy canoeing and many different paddles to choose from, so it's really important that you pick one that suits you. I've got 3 paddles here from Adventure Technology, so we can have a look at some of the options available. The Oracle is an aggressive high-angled paddle, ideal for whitewater paddling. The middle of the blade is higher than the sides, which improves the stability of the blade in the water by minimising flutter. The Quest and Odyssey are versatile touring blades. The Quest has a narrow blade profile, so it's more suitable for smaller paddlers or longer distant trips, where stroke efficiency is important. The Odyssey has a larger blade, which is better for laden exploration kayaks, kayak anglers, or just those paddling heavier boats. Paddles can be made out of many different materials, from plastic to wood, but this Adventure Technology range comes in either fiberglass or carbon fibre. The paddles have different shaft composites depending on the choice of blade construction. So fiberglass blades have a carbon blend shaft, while carbon blades have a full carbon shaft, which is the stiffest and lightest combination. Like many manufacturers, Adventure Technology produced these paddles with a split shaft, enabling you to break the paddle into 2 parts for easy transportation. They're also adjustable, allowing you to change the length of the shaft and the feather or angle of the blade to fit your paddling style. Finally, there's a choice between a traditional straight shaft and what's known as a crankshaft, where the shaft bends, ensuring that the wrist is in a completely neutral position throughout the stroke. But at the end of the day, you need to pick the one that's going to work for you.
Whitewater, wild water, big river. Call it what you like. But if you like your sport on the wild side, then this is the place for you. Okay, so you're not just going to jump in a boat and head off down a river like this. You need to learn the skills and gain the experience that's going to keep you safe.
To people new to the environment, whitewater looks and sounds really threatening. It's very noisy and it's moving quite quick. But we have to see past that, and it's up to us to go past the noise and the whiteness and what looks really threatening, and to think, is it helping me get from A to B, or is it hindering me getting from A to B, and what can I do accordingly? Quite often there are obstacles in the way. Things like rocks or parts of the bank that stick out into the flow. And then all this water here is filling in the space behind the rock. It's not just going to leave a dry gap, that would be ridiculous. We see these a lot and they're called eddies. When we talk about A and B, this is what we're talking about. In whitewater, you'll start your move from an eddy and you'll be heading to another eddy. That will be the section you're tackling. I've selected that eddy down there by the trees as eddy B. What it's enabling me to do is avoid this rock in the middle of the stream. You'll notice here I accelerated towards that joining line between the eddy and the flow. We call that the eddy line. So I accelerated to counter the flow, meaning I avoid that rock in the long term. As I hit that eddy line, I took a powerful stroke on my right hand side. Potentially it's going to push my boat to the right. So as well as accelerating, I took a stroke to counter that push. I don't just want to keep going in that direction because I won't get to eddy B. So I let the flow turn me. I tilted my upper body and my head towards where I wanted to go. And I made sure I was always looking at where I wanted to get to. Getting into eddy B, the flow is pushing back uphill. That's going to want to turn me back uphill. So I put my weight into the turn to stay upright. The river's dynamic, it's changeable, it's moving. The more you can understand how it's moving and the recurring patterns that you see, the more comfortable you're going to be in the environment and the better able you're going to be to go to these places that you want to get to and to have fun.
Earlier we followed Tim Baillie as he took on the 3 lakes, one of which was Windermere in the Lake District. So where better for the first of our canoe trails? The trail heads out from Ferry Nab, just south of the tourist hub of Bowness, and skirts round the various islands that lie directly opposite the town. I'm paddling with Jenny Spencer of British Canoeing, who was involved in setting up the route.
You can just go off and paddle in a beautiful location. So here at Windermere, we've got the islands to go around in the middle. It's a really beautiful place to be paddling, and just that idea that you can just go off and know that you've got a safe route.
It doesn't take long to paddle across the tip of the first and biggest island, Belle Isle, and that's where the island hopping can really begin. Although it was cloudy, I really got a feel for the majesty of this great lake, and the western shoreline was really tranquil and quiet. Because of the number of different islands and all the moored boats, you never really feel that you're out in deep open water, so this is a great trail for anyone to tackle, regardless of experience.
So this is the most northern island on our route today. So we'll go round the top, round the back, and then follow the eastern side all the way back to Bowness.
Yeah, I have to say, I wasn't convinced when you were taking me to this island. I was sure it was one over there, but maybe I'm just being a bit lazy. Yeah. So it's literally just round the back, down the side by the back of the lake, and then back to the boat shop. Yeah. Say, it wasn't the longest paddle I've ever done, but it really delivered in terms of landscape and the views of the Lakeland Fells, and I will certainly be back.
Well, that's it for this first canoe show. Next time we're canoe camping in Bedfordshire. We've got tips on getting great canoeing photographs, and our canoe trail is Portsmouth Harbour.
And I'll be trying my hand at canoe polo, so we'll see you then. Goodbye. The Canoe Show is brought to you in association with British Canoeing.